Hello guys, welcome back to C Hash or C Sub tutorial session 19. In today's session you can learn what is polymorphism and what is compile time or static polymorphism in C Hash, then method overloading and operator overloading in C Hash. So polymorphism is one of the features provided by the object-oriented programming. So C Hash follows the OOPS concept, which is nothing but the object-oriented programming structure. So polymorphism simply means occurring in more than one form. In other words, same entity, method or operator can perform different operation in different scenario. Polymorphism derived from two Greek words. Poly means many and morph means way. So polymorphism means many way. I want to represent same entity in different way or form. So there are two types of polymorphism available in C Hash. One is static or compile time polymorphism, which is sometimes known as method or operator overloading, and the next one is dynamic or runtime polymorphism, which also known as method overriding. So in case I want to give a simple example of polymorphism, so you are a same person. In case you are working for a organization, you will be treated as an employee. In case you are staying at your home, you can be a father, mother, sister, daughter, son, etc. In case you want to go to the market, you can be a customer. In case you want to go to the bank, you will be customer for the bank. So that way, same person, based on the circumstances, based on the situation, can be treated with different forms, and accordingly he is getting named, or the person is getting named, right? Person identity is getting named. Okay, so in C Hash also polymorphism means many form, primarily two type of polymorphism. One is compile time and one is runtime. So compile time means in case you compile the code you can get to know, but runtime only in case you are running the code, then only you can get to know the impactance of this one. So it is called method overriding or dynamic or runtime, and method or operator overloading is known as static or compile time polymorphism. So whenever you want to do the method overloading, there are more methods having same name in the same class, but they can differ in the following way. Once you can change the number of argument. Suppose say for some method name can be same in the same class, but argument can be 3, 2, 1 like that. Or type of argument, data type you can change it. Sometime it can be float, double, decimal, or integer, short, byte, etc. An order of argument. In case suppose say you are having two variable, the first one you can define string and then integer, and second time you can keep first as integer and second as a string. So that is the three way you can do the method overloading. Either varying the number of argument, either varying the data type of the argument, or simply varying the order of the argument. Now let's try to understand with the example how method overloading can be done by changing the number and data type of the argument. So this is our program class. So we have already created the project in Visual Studio 2022, and in the program class I will create some method, right? So I can create a method called public static, not static, public void, right? Say add method I want to create, and here I can pass the argument. So first I want to add two variable, one is integer a and one is integer b, and here in the output I want to print out the sum of a plus b, right? Console.WriteLine a plus b. So that is my, okay, so that is the objective of this method. Now I can have the same method add. My objective is to add couple of variables. So it can be two variable, three variable, and this is that is called changing the number of variable. And another is I can change the data type. I want to add to integer, I want to add to more value or with decimal value. So that is the way you can do the overloading. So now create one more method, is all the same signature. You could see error message will come. So you cannot create the same method with same signature, means with same return type and with same variables and same data type variable. Okay, so here you can create add method, but you can change in two way. Here we will show three way. One is number of argument, one is type of argument, one is order of argument. Okay, so say I am creating one more variable called integer c, then you could see error message gone, then I can sum these three variable. So that is the way I can do method overloading. Same method can be repeated, right, with different combinations of signature, means either changing the number of argument or changing the type of argument. So here, instead of copying this method, I can copy that one, and here I will be changing the type of argument instead of number of argument. So instead of integer, I can make it double, and here also I can make it double. Similar way, you could see it will work. Now you already created three method. Add. For the first one you want to add two integer. For the second one you want to add three integer. And third one you want to add two double. So you could see, though a method is named same, but its signature is different for all the three method. That is called one method overloading, means same method you can create with changing the signature of the method, right? The first one is you can change the number of argument, a type of argument, or sometime order of argument. Order of argument I will show you in some time. So how can we call those methods? I need to create an object here, equal to new program. That is the way I can create an object. Now if I call that object dot press add, if I give add, so you could see all the method will be, I can call it. So I can call these two variable integer method. So I can give something called 20 and then 25. So that is the way I can call this method. Then second time I will call add. Okay, then here I can pass three variable. So I can give three integer variable 10 and 30, say 50. So that is the way I can call. You could see there is no error because that is following that particular method. And then second I can call the double, right, where I can having the two argument dot add. You could see all they will come here. 2 is showing as overload, right, 2 plus overload. So I can use 2. One is suppose say 200.34, another is 300.98. 8, right? So that is the way I can call these three method. So method are same, but it is changing either in the number of argument or in the type of argument. So first one is two integer, second one is three integer, and third one is two double. So now if you execute your code, right, based on the method signature call, it will give you the desired result. So the first one, it will sum two integer a plus b, and it will give you 20 plus 25 equal to 45. Second one, it will try to sum up or add three integer variable 10 plus 30 plus 50 equal to 90. And third one, it will sum up two different double variable 200 plus 300, like 500 dot, and then it will give the remaining one. So that is the way, right? In the same class you can create similar kind of method, but in case you want to create same method, so you have to change the number of argument or type of argument or the order of the argument. So now I will discuss about the order of the argument. How can you create some method where you can change the order of the argument? So say I will create some method here for changing the order of the argument. So let's create some method called public. So I want to display the student information, right? So student name will be there and roll number will be there. So I will be creating a method called public void, say student identity. So that is the method name. Here I can give something called string student name, and then say integer roll number. So that is the two variable I want to pass. Then here I can print it out. Say first one is student, right? So I can differentiate, you can understand, right? So here I can give something called name 1, and I can give some colon space, then I can uh, something called concatenation sign, then student name, right, then again concatenation sign, then I can give something called space and comma, and then I can again concatenate, and I can give something called roll 1, and then I can give some space, and again I can concatenate, and then I can give the roll number. So that is the way I can create a method. So what it will print? It will print name 1 and the student name, whatever you will passing during calling that particular method, and then the comma separated, and then roll 1 and again the roll number. Now I will be creating one more method similar to student identity. So if you create duplicate, it will throw you the error. But now let's alter that one. Alter means we are changing the order here, but everything is same only, right? I am just changing the order, right? Integer roll number and string student name. So here I can maybe change name to and roll to. So that is the way you can easily understand. Okay. So here I will just change the order. So here it was same, exactly same, two variable, but I am just changing the order here. First here I want to get the roll number and then student name, and here I want to get first the student name and then roll number. Now if you call these two methods, right, with the help of the object whatever you have created for this program class dot student identity, you could see now it is giving you a string student name, an integer roll number, and one overloaded method. So I can do what dot student identity. First one I can give first the name, say Rahul, and then I can give comma because this is true variable I want to pass. Roll number is set 2, integer value, right? Second one again, second overloaded method if I want to call. So first I need to give that roll number, say 4, and I can give the name now, Rajesh. Okay, now I can end with colon. Now if you see, if you want to execute it, it will give you the same method, but here you are just changing the order of the argument, right? First one you could see name 1 it is giving because it is calling the first string and then roll number. So first string and then roll number, integer roll number is coming as name 1, then student 1, name 1, then student 1, comma, roll 1, then student roll number, right? Whatever you passed here. Second one, first I am giving the integer roll number, and second variable I am giving the student name. So it is calling name 2, then Rajesh student name, and roll 2, and roll number is 4. So that is the way, right? You can do method overloading. So same method you can create multiple times, but you have to change the number of argument or type of argument or order of argument. That is the way you will be differentiating the same method from the others, and method can be overloaded in that way. Then apart from method overloading, there are option called operator overloading in C hash. So some operator in C hash behave differently with different operands. For example, plus operator is overloaded to perform numeric addition. In case you want to give that particular plus sign for numeric or integer value, right, or decimal value or double value, it will operate, just do the addition. But in case you want to use the same plus sign for the string variable, it will be concatenated, right? These two string will be concatenated. So that means, right, instead of addition, string will be concatenated. Concatenation will happen. So as of now we already seen, right, all the method where return type is void. Now we will try to create, right, the operator overloading where we will be using some return type. Instead of void return type, we will be trying to create some return type. Now let's see. Say I want to use that particular plus operator, so I can create something called public. Then I can give some method name called plus method. So that is the method name I am giving, and here I am passing to integer I comma integer j, right? This is the two integer I am passing. Then what I want to do, I want to create one more variable called result. So I want to create some variable called result I plus j, because that is my objective of plus method, right? I want to create result. So result data type will be integer again, because I want to add two integer here, and then I want to return it, right? Because I want to give some return type, return result. Okay, so here, sorry, it not pronunciation is not same tur, return result. So what I'm returning result variable. What is the result variable all about? So integer, data type is integer. So that is the way we need to give the data type as integer. Now error message gone. Next one, I want to create similar way the plus method, where I want to give that, right, the plus sign for these two variable. So plus method, instead of integer, I want to give something called string, right? I want to plus to string variable. So what it will do, it will be, again the return type will be integer, and here also return type will be integer. So here the plus operator operands will add these two variable, because this type are integer. In case double float, it will still add or sum these two variable value for the using plus sign. But in case of string variable, it will concatenate, right? And it will return type will also be string. Now let's try to call this method here, right? And let's see how these are behaving. So with the help of that object, right, I will be using. So I need to print it out, because return type is integer or string, so I need to print it out. Console.ReadLine dot write line here. So what I can do here, I can use that object dot plus method. So first one, I want to plus method for two integer, maybe 23 comma 34. So that is the way I want to just use the plus operator. What is the error coming? Integer I and integer j, I want to plus it, right? So integer plus method. Okay, object I need to declare before the calling the method. Okay, now you could see the message gone. The next one, I want to use that plus operator for this two string variable. So say learn C hash, then I can give some colon and give some space, and here I can give something called from scratch. Okay, so what it will do, here the plus sign for both the method is plus sign is there, but plus sign whenever I am doing the operation for the integer value, so it will just add these two variable. So 23 plus 34, it will be giving me the value as 57, and here for the string variable, it will just concatenate. So here it will be displayed learn C hash from scratch. So that is the way same plus operator is behaving different way for based on the data type declared. Now let's try to run your code and let's see. So here you could see 57 is coming, 23 plus 34 equal to 57, and second one, this two string, it is just concatenating. Learn C hash, I can remove that particular colon here. If you run it again, so it will give you learn C hash from the scratch. So that is the way you can do operator overloading as well. Same operator is behaving differently based on the data type you want to perform the operation. So right, polymorphism is nothing but the many forms. So same thing can be treated in different way based on the circumstances, based on the condition. It will be having two type of polymorphism. One is, right, static or compile time, where you can have method or operator overloading. One is dynamic or runtime, which is called method overriding. So method overloading, right, will have the same method, but either varying the number of argument, type of argument, or the order of the argument. So you can just work on the method overloading, and for the functions, operator overloading. So some operator in C behave differently with different operand. So plus operator will work for the integer, decimal, float, double, byte. That's a sum operator, but for the string it will concatenate it, right? These two string. So that's all from today's session. Thank you.